So just a quick video before I have dinner tonight. Sometimes discover a wine, and it's just worth remembering, worth getting more, worth getting a lot more. And I don't do it very often. This is definitely one of those wines I'm going to get more of, and you could kind of half see it. So what is this? It's Chardonnay from Stony Hill Vineyard, and they're in Napa. They're St. Helena, bottled 600 feet above the floor of Napa Valley. So they're specifically, I mean, they even say it on the back. I mean, producing Chard since 1952, a restrained style of winemaking. Winemaking creates a fruity, non-oaky, non-malolactic Chardonnay, so it's not overly buttery. They're not changing the acids there. Chardonnay, as well, is a great food wine. And the thing about these wines is these are certainly aging wines. This is a 2011. And I opened it 2 nights ago, and I'm going to have the rest now with some crab and some salmon. And it just blew my mind for a Chardonnay. And I love aged whites. This is no exception, but probably one of the best Chardonnays I've ever had. And absolutely love it. I got another 2011 today and a 2013, and I ordered 3 2014s. And if I like the 2014 as much as this, I might even order like a case and just put some down. So the colors got a little bit of that age character to it. And I took this out of the refrigerator just so it would warm up a little bit. This just only got better as it warmed up. Yeah, it is just got a great aroma. Meyer lemon, that marzipan, there's pecans, it's like pineapple skin. It's a little bit of that banana peel, but the wine is got great depth, and it's just extremely elegant without being overly oaky, like they said. I mean, if this sees oak, I'm curious if they put any oak into these, but definitely an age-worthy white, age-worthy Chard. It's just, God, it's so good. I can't get over how good this is. And such a long, luscious finish. There's like apricots on the finish, with a little bit of a nuttiness, and more of that Meyer lemon. God, it just keeps going. And it's got great acidity. I can feel it on the sides of my mouth. My mouth is watering. Unlike any Chardonnay I've ever had at a Napa, even the good ones. Dumal's Chloe, Ramey's Ritchie Vineyard, which is from the Wente clone from like 1970, like Burgundy. They brought that over, that Chardonnay clone from Burgundy. That's a great, great wine, as is the Chloe from Dumal, which I think still is one of my favorites. I would love to check these side by side, but they're very different stylistically. This just has this more elegance. Plus, I love that this is aged 10 years. I mean, 10 years, and it's singing, as they say. Oh, love it. Such a long finish for a white. Really good. So this bottle, unfortunately, set me back $70. Current vintages are about $45. So if you want an amazing white, and you ever see this, Stony Hill, $45, you're going to get a really great white. I would definitely suggest drinking it a little warmer. Put it in the fridge and then take it out an hour before you're going to have it. Maybe, about an hour seems good. And it's just terrific. Really great wine. I want to do a little bit more research on this vineyard. I'm pretty sure recently Stony Hill got sold to a big conglomerate. I think they're going to retain, from the article I read in Wine Spectator, pretty sure they're going to retain the winemakers and the processes. A lot of the big conglomerates are buying everything, Constellation, E.J. Gallo, whoever it may be. But they are keeping to the truth of those wineries and making sure that they continue producing them in the same way. Some other places are just buying a brand Here they bought the winery. Like Prisoner was a great red wine back when David Finney made it. A cool label, great wine name, The Prisoner. It was a big red Zin blend that was just juicy and delicious. And I used to recommend it in the $30-something range. I think it's $50 now. But then they got bought. Finney stopped doing it. They bought the brand, and then the wine changed. And I had it again, and it just wasn't worth $50, $60. No way. But they already had the prestige and the following. I don't know how it's doing now. I know there's a Prisoner Wine Company. I don't know if that's the same. Pretty sure Constellation bought it, and Finney sold it for a ton of money. But this is different, I think. They bought the whole entire winery, not just one label. And they're bringing the whole winery and the crew and the employees, and specifically the winemaker, most importantly, to continue making this, at least this. And I'm sure there's other wines out of Stony Hill, not even aware of them. But I would love to give them a try just based on how amazing I think this is. I would even love to find an older Stony Hill Chard and see how it is. And if I do, I'd spend $100 on that just to check it out, because I just have that curiosity of how good this is. Just in love with this wine. So when people say, "Oh, I don't like Chards," or "Oh, this is not oaky," this is just unbelievably elegant and different than most Chards people have probably ever had. Definitely very different than any Napa Chard I've ever had. I wouldn't call it Burgundian. I'm not sure if this is a Burgundian style, but this is just different and great. Typically, they always do malolactic fermentation, and they don't here because they want to keep that freshness and that acidity, and they do. But it just has this incredible elegance. I think the Gurgitch Chard doesn't do malolactic either, but doesn't taste anywhere as close to this. I'd love to try the Gurgitch Chard again. I should. Mike Gurgitch, he was the guy that made the Chardonnay from Montelena in the Judgment of Paris in 1973. That was white wine back then, but that white wine was bigger than red wine back then in the 70s. I put California and Napa on the map. Mike Gurgitch made that wine for Montelena, and it was the Chardonnay that won. And then Gurgitch, he moved on and made his own winery, and he has a Chardonnay called Gurgitch Chardonnay, and I'm pretty sure, at Napa, I'm pretty sure they do not do the malolactic. So that's it for tonight. I'm gonna go have my dinner now with this wine. Thought I'd make a little quick video based on something special that I found. Something now near and dear to my heart will be this Stony Hill Chardonnay. And if that 2014 is good, this will be another one of those things I buy a case of, and it'll cost me, but I will have like 2 a year and just go 6 years into it. And I think they're just going to get better and better and better. And there's nothing better than aged white, especially as it evolves and becomes better. And there's marzipan and hazelnut and some other tertiary flavors that come in to that you're not used to seeing with whites, but really great stuff. So that's it, and good night.